Toyota has just launched its new Fortuner. It's an upgraded version of the Fortuner. Now, it's come a while after the original was launched. And talking to me about the changes and what's been done, we have none other than the chief engineer of the Toyota Fortuner himself, Mr. Yoshiki Konishi. Konishi-san, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you very
I
much.
think Fortuner has a long life cycle. So, I just want to get your sense on, the life cycle of these products. It's normally longer than the typical monocoque versions. And for this midlife cycle facelift, you've done quite a bit of stuff. So if you can just run us through all the changes, that would be great.
Hormazd, thank you very much. So I would like to explain the key changing point. So we have the 3 points. The first one is the styling. So more cool, futuristic styling. And the second is powertrain improvement. So especially power and the torque. And third one is connectivity. So these are key changing point.
Let's talk a bit on the engine. Can you share some details? How have you increased the power? What has been done? Is it a different turbocharger? Because I think the engine capacity is the same. Is it more on ECU calibration? You obviously this is a Euro 6 or a BS6 engine. And what was the need to upgrade the power, or because it seemed to have enough power? So just your thoughts on, what was the thinking behind increasing the power even more on the Fortuner?
Okay. For example, the changing point, the performance of power. So not so previous. So current vehicle is 177 PS.
Right.
But next generation, 204 PS. So that is power, so improvement. And same time, so we improve the torque. So current is 450, but next generation 500. So more torque
Yes.
is easy to control the driving.
And Konishi-san, what did you do to the engine to get the power up?
Yeah.
Is it turbocharger, or is it with the calibration? Where did you get the power? What did you do to increase the power?
Okay, let me explain the changing point. So regarding the engine, so we have upgraded turbo sides and also changing turbo axis structure. We are now using the ball bearing type. And also we will introduce a new cylinder head to realize high power. So these 3 key points is to improve the engine. And additionally, transmission area, so we have been also upgraded to maximize lockup stage to increase the more direct feeling to driver. So these are my changing point.
A very core issue, which is what we call the E&E architecture, the electrical and electronic architecture. So is the Fortuner coming with a new electrical architecture so you can give connectivity now, and also for future you can add on a lot more, let's say features because you have the kind of now bandwidth to take all that data?
Okay, so Hormazd-san, so we are now how do I say, on the way to introduce the connectivity features, introducing to our Fortuner, step by step. So next Fortuner, so we launched early next year. So we will introduce the electric controlled VFC technology into power steering or next Fortuner. In the future, so I would like to introduce EPS. So if we introduce EPS, we need to big change of the electrical platform area. So we need step by step to introduce features.
That's right. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about, because from what I understand, as a vehicle in vehicle development, the electrical architecture is very important now for future in terms of digital, in terms of whatever. I mean, even sometimes for hybrids, I know you're not going to have this, but all the connectivity, the data, the 360-degree cameras, uh, electric, digital instrumentation. So what you're saying is this electrical system of Fortuner is now prepared for the future. So you can add for the next 5 years or so, you can take in all the requirements that future trends will kind of dictate. I just wanted to confirm that.
Yeah, exactly. So we have to enhance this connectivity features for all regions. Yeah.
And just to understand, yeah, is this electrical platform when you develop it? Obviously, you have to share it across your models. So clearly, even Innova can enjoy this. But does it work on other models as well, or is it this electrical is only for your body on frame products?
Okay. So as you know, Fortuna and Innova, we are now using the same platform. Okay.
Yes.
So if we introduce additional key features, powertrain, items on Fortuna, so basically we can introduce Innova. So because it is based on the same platform.
Correct.
Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Understood. Sorry, Mr. Konishi-san, just one clarification. One thing I just want to understand. You mentioned EPS. The Fortuner you are launching next January have EPS, or will a future Fortuner have EPS?
Future Fortuna.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
Please wait.
Yeah. Got it. Got it. Understood. So, right. And, just going forward again, in terms of what are the trends you are seeing from your Fortuner customer? How has the Fortuner customer changed from, let's say, from when you launched this model to now? Because there's been a big change in customer trends. Obviously, they want more digitization, more connectivity. But do you see people using it more as outdoors, or is it a more urban vehicle? They're buying it more for the image. Is 4x4 as important as it was? So, just a few thoughts on how the customer of the Fortuner has changed.
Okay, so my understanding is we have various customers. Okay, as one, for example, one is the expectation is for off-road driving. Okay,
Yes.
and the other is not off-road, mainly it's on-road. In that case, 4x2 is it's easy to control, and connectivity also. So we have many various customers. So to meet their expectation, we are now we will introduce the 4x4 Fortuner and also 4x2 Fortuner. At this time, we just enhance the connectivity. It's
Right.
depends on the customer's expectation.
Right. Okay. And, just looking at, body on frame, uh,
Mhm.
do you think body on frame has certain strengths and certain maybe weaknesses? It's uh, do you think that you are trying to make the Fortuner more car-like, in terms of handling, because body on frame gives it a very kind of a some people like that feel, but some people want a more car-like kind of an experience. And has anything been done to the suspension, to the handling, to give it more of a car-like feel, especially the suspension, because honestly it's a very robust car, so the suspension unloaded can be a little bumpy at times. So I just wanted to understand if there's on the suspension side if anything has been done.
Mm. So at first, as you know, Fortuner is built on frame, body on frame, so which is one of the core QDL, okay, so quality and load coverage performance. So we have no plan to change this core concept. But however, as you mentioned, to respond to customers' various needs, we always consider to improve the comfort and the convenience to maximize their satisfaction. Okay? For example, as I mentioned, so steering area, we have introduced electrical control VFC technology into power steering. And also suspension area, we have tuned to achieve more comfort performance for our customer. But as I said, in the near future, so we would like to introduce EPS. This is one of the more so easy to drive, so fun to drive, so feature for our customer.
Right. And, you talked about the suspension, Konishi-san, our readers are quite technical. Can you be a little specific? What's been done? Suspension changes? Have you changed the bushes? Is the damping, been changed? Are the spring ratings changed? Are you trying to reduce some of the unsprung mass as well? Because there's a lot of unsprung weight in body-on-frame vehicles. Also, your thoughts on tire sizes. Bigger tire sizes do we need? But if you go bigger, that also has its issues. So, is the tire size the same? I just wanted to get a few little details on all these aspects. So that's suspension changes and something on the wheel and tire. Your thoughts on that?
So regarding the tire size, no change, the same.
Right.
And tuning is spring and bush. So some area we tuned for India market.
Right. And is that more for the low speed ride, where you feel the bumps a bit more at the lower speeds? So then you need slightly softer bushes for that, or is it more on the damping, let's say pressures?
More soft, more soft tuning.
More soft tuning. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be mainly on that. Oh, okay, great. So, Konishi-san, just to wind up, I mean, you've covered a lot of the points we had. Uh, you said that the core concept is not going to change, which is body on frame. So, are you saying that there will not be a monocoque Fortuner in the future? You will stick to body on frame, given the fact that you have CO2 targets. Body on frame is not really great for efficiency, CO2, weight, all that sort of thing. So, or do you think it is so core to the concept that the Fortuner customer might not be happy if you change the concept? So, just your thought on that, because a lot of other brands have moved from body on frame to monocoque. Something like even the Land Rover Defender, which was you never thought it would do, but it's gone to monocoque. So, do you think there will be pressure going forward, especially with CO2 and maybe some form of electrification, that you will have to go for a lighter monocoque?
So this is one of my headache. Okay.
Yeah.
But as I said, so for customer who use off-road area, so they need current quality, QDL. So that means they need body on frame. But on the other hand, we meet regulation, as you said. So to solve our high headache, we need to additional high performance powertrain. That is my answer.
Sorry, high performance. I didn't get that. High performance.
Yeah. For example, high performance, high CO2, high fuel efficiency powertrain. Okay.
Powertrain. Yeah.
Another was a hybrid and a plug-in hybrid, so electrical. So we are now studying various powertrains. So
right. So what you're saying is that Fortuner could come with different powertrains in the future to compensate for its weight to meet the regulations.
Yes, it is difficult to explain detail, but
yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So we need to introduce high efficiency powertrain on our Fortuner.
Right.
So depend, region by region.
So do you think the way for that would be eventually moving away from diesel and going towards a hybrid system, or do you think the current diesel is very efficient also, especially in the Indian market? I think it's good, but there are a lot of challenges with diesel. So are you concerned that the especially now in the UK they are banning all
Hmm.
IC cars, which is a bit crazy, but this sort of regulation will make it more and more difficult for diesel.
Yes, right now, as you said, so this time is a diesel powertrain is my best. This is my opinion. Fuel efficiency, torque, and my total mileage point of view. But if it's difficult to meet the regulation. So we need to change from diesel to, well, for example, diesel plus hybrid system. So also another powertrain.
Yeah,
Electro.
diesel plus hybrid, Konishi-san, is very, very expensive. That's why we've not
Yeah.
seen. It's a very expensive powertrain. I don't know if you would agree to that.
Yes. Mm.
But are you
So we
looking
have
at that area? Are you looking at diesel hybrid? I'm just asking. I mean, not saying whether you do it, but what do you think? Do you think it's possible?
it's a secret item. But, yeah. So we have two types of hybrid. So one is a strong hybrid, and the
Yes,
second not strong hybrid.
mild
So
hybrid.
we have mild hybrid. So these are our how do I say solution? One of the solution.
I think you
Okay.
answered my question. You can do a mild hybrid on the diesel.
Please imagine.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So, Konishi-san, I think we've got what I wanted. Thank you so much. It's been
Thank you
a
so
pleasure talking to you. Thanks for giving us
much.
all those insights. And
Yeah.
we hope to see you in India sometime. And we
Yeah.
look forward to driving the new car. It's been a huge success. And I think the quality is something which has been fantastic. And, just wanted to say thanks so much for talking to us.
Yeah. Hormazd-san, thank you very much. Thank you for your time today.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Thank
Thank
Bye
you.
you.
bye.
Thank you, Hormazd-san and Koneshi-san.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. See you,
Thank
san.
you.